Okay, I'm calling this meeting to order at 1:06 p.m. I'll take roll. We have Jeff, myself, Laurel, Mark, Lauren, Deirdre, Geraldine, Cheryl, and Carol, which will bring us to 9 people. We have quorum. And to check, do we have anybody, is anybody in the presence of people 18 years or older that have an interest in this matter? Seeing none, okay. Brendan, do we have any testimony on this issue?
No hands raised.
Great, thank you. Okay, so we will go to our only agenda item B1, which is the drafting pig to present the draft final report and draft proposed parentage bill. This meeting is simply for the drafting pig to present it. We have to save all discussion and voting for next week's meeting. So you should have received the final report and the draft bill, which the drafting pig attempted to incorporate all of the policy choices made by the task force and, kind of go through the bill to make sure that it's clear and that it also addresses any of the federal obligations and other issues to make sure that this is a functioning bill. Does anybody else on the task, the pig itself hasn't have any comments about either the draft report or the draft bill?
That covered it in terms of what we tried to do.
So I guess to do one clarifying thing, Article 9. So as the drafting pig was working, it discovered that there are two 2017 versions, but really one 2017 version, one 2019 version, and one 2024 version. The 2017 and the 2019 version have the same policy choices that the task force chose, voted on the last meeting, which permits the possibility of anonymous donors. But the 2019 version of Article 9 has additional provisions that were already included in the draft of the bill that the task force had considered. So just to flag that as something for the task force to understand, when we mentioned 2019 Article 9, that was essentially the version that the task force had already been considering, and that includes the policy choice that the task force voted on at its last meeting, in case that got unclear. Wait. Unless we have any questions about any technical questions, again, we cannot have discussion.
Yes, Sienna.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Jerry. And page 85, are we able to include sections from another chapter of the HRS? And that is section 4, the 33812 and the 33815.
Jerry, so if you have any proposed changes or anything like that, I think you should send it to Derek so that we can circulate to the task force and we can discuss that at the next meeting. Okay.
I'm sorry, I just I was glancing through the entire proposed bill, and that caught my eye
Okay.
this morning. Thank you.
Yeah, so just any comments, concerns, questions that we may have, please be ready to discuss them on the 25th, so that we can kind of consider, discuss them, and incorporate what the task force would like to incorporate as its final draft. Okay. Brandon, do we? Oh,
Jeff,
yeah, Jeff, go ahead.
I have what I think are technical questions on the draft report, but since Jerry was addressing the draft bill, I thought I'd hold off in case anyone has questions on that before going to the report. So I think I'm questioning on some terminology, and I apologize because I'm struggling to grasp the difference in terms of getting this right. But I think I'll try to be as fast as I can. But can I share my screen?
Jeff, I'm not sure, I'm not sure if they're technical questions or are they like choices in language, because I just don't want us to get into the territory of deliberation and discussion.
I understand that. That's why
Yeah.
well, I should say I don't understand that because that's what I'm struggling with because
Yeah.
if there's some terminology that seems inaccurate or incorrect, do we actually present it then at the next meeting all at the same time to finalize the report?
Yeah,
If that's the case, if that's the case, sure, I can hold off, but there's definitely some technical issues and terminology issues going on.
yeah, so if you have many, or if you have things that you would like the task force to consider, I'd suggest that you do a red line or kind of like a list and that you can send to Derek so that we can incorporate it as materials for the next meeting.
I can do that. Just to
That would be
clarify,
helpful.
then for the next meeting, you would treat that as testimony, I guess, and it would be included in the calendar invite, and then we would discuss it, and then we actually finalize all at the same time.
Yeah,
Report.
because we can
Okay.
discuss what your comments are and we can discuss whether we want to incorporate those or others into the proposed draft.
Okay. And to be clear, I'm not looking to debate anything. Like, okay,
Oh,
thank
yeah,
you.
yeah, that's fine, but I just don't want to like get too close to deliberation here. Okay, all right, Brandon, do we have any hands raised or any public testimony for this?
No hands raised.
Okay, that being said, then that is the end of the meeting. Thank you all for making the time to be here and we will see you on 10:25. Now I'm gonna adjourn the meeting at 1:12. Thank you all.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Dan, Carol.
Have fun at the game.
everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you, Lauren.
Bye, everybody.